This is Protoman of Protoretro, and this is a video review of Beast Wars Metals Metallic Beast Ramune. These are the 4-set model kits, so let's do this.
Protoretro.
So here we have Beast Wars Metals Metallic Beast Ramune. Now, these came out in 1999 from Kabaya, right at the tail end of Beast Wars' run in Japan. These were model kits that involved very simplistic assembly that gave you these clear versions of the characters. Here, let me show you the boxes, because these were pretty awesome. This is why I wanted to show these off. They showed like the innards of how each Beast character was in the show. Just, you know, here, the Beast Wars logo, Metallic Beast Ramune. Ramune was the entire name of the line of Kabaya's Beast toys, essentially. So here you had Convoy and Rattle, also known as Optimus Primal and Rattrap. And you had Cheetus and Silverbolt, Cheetor and Silverbolt. And on the back you got these like technical readouts of the characters. You know, you have the eye and talking about the innard of the thing, and it was just a really cool little gimmick that they did. And it was a model kit. And they had the instructions on the inside there, but I didn't cut open the box. Now, the cool thing about it is that the innards could be removed and you could see the inside of how each one of your characters were, which was something that was never touched on in the show or in art books or anything. So really nice, really nice figure concept. So we're going to crack these open. I'm going to show you how awesome these toys are. So let's do that. Now, like any traditional model kit, it involved some assembly. It came on trees, it had stickers, but after you disposed of all of that, you had the figure. Now, I have it here partly assembled because I wanted to show part of the fun of the assembly and showing the innards. Now, you have Optimus Primal here, and it shows the insides of it. It was really cool because you really see the details of how Optimus Primal under his exoskeleton, you know, kind of looked, and pretty cool. And they did the same thing with the arms, that there was a detail of how the arms were, and it used a blue metallic. In a case of these, you got 8 figures of 4 of each of them, but there was always one in the case that was gold. And unfortunately I didn't get those, but I'm going to post some pictures here in the video to give you an idea of what those looked like. It was just all the blue chrome was gold instead, and they did have one of each, and they're pretty hard to come by if you could find those. So the chrome that was used always for the interior, but for different characters you would have the chrome for either the legs, in the case of Cheetor and Silverbolt, but all the weapons were also chrome too, and they were removable, which was pretty cool also. So I'm going to put together Primal here, and then I'll give you an idea of their articulation and everything. Just really cool thing. So here's Primal. It has basic articulation on the arms and stuff, and in the legs, which was used of a more matte white. And another cool thing, just like the original toy, you could store the weapons on the back. It doesn't come with his sonic gun, if you want to call it, whatever they refer to it in Japan or on the show, but it's cool that they include weapons for this too. So this was Primal. I'm also going to show what each one of you guys okayed. I showed it just before, but came with the cool statistic readout. And just as an extra bonus, here he is next to the actual toy. Just to give you how big these are. So they're about, I would say, a little bit, I would say a head shorter than a G.I. Joe toy. They're about 3 inches, but they're pretty cool little pieces of merchandise. So that was Convoy 01. Now we're going to Rattrap 02. So here is Rattrap. Now, Rattrap came with his tail, and what was cool about it too was that it actually was articulated like the actual Transmetal toy. And with him, they did the blue on his shoulders and his chest also. And if you look carefully, you can see they put some red detail for his brain and for his spark chamber in the chest. And again, if you take it off, you could see the innards of how the rat faces were. with the teeth and everything. Really cool stuff. Articulation in this case was in the arms also, and they didn't do the blue in the arms. Pretty cool that they did that for the face, because that's different compared to some of the other ones. I'm just going to show also his schematic there on the back. Pretty awesome. Talks about each one of the little things. Talks about his spark chamber, his eye, how it has good eyesight, his pelvic region for one reason I do not know, his hand, feet, just pretty cool stuff. And again, just for the sake of complete, here he is with Ever Flaky. Man, I am totally going to get red all over my hands just from touching this. Look at that. You can probably see it. There's a sparkle already just from touching it. Ugh. Transmetal Rattrap. There he is next to it. So, pretty cool, that one. Really nice attempt to match that up. So, Cheetus 03, also known as Cheetor. Here he is with his little whip weapon and everything else. So he had the blue in his legs, because I guess because he's a cheetah, so he runs fast, so you would want to show all the details and how his legs function. And he had his face. The spark chamber sticker I didn't attach when I did this because I wanted to have one example of how the spark chamber looked on the sticker sheet. And still pretty cool. They did the blue for his hands there. That would be like his weapon when he would cross it together. So here we go. Here's how it looked on the box. They attached the tail there for when they did the profile. And they only talk about his feet, oddly, but they talk about his tail, which is bizarre. But that's his whole readout there. And let's compare him. Let's get him to stand first. Let's compare him to his original Metals or Transmetals toy there. So there he is. Pretty cool. And the last one of the bunch, Silverbolt 04. Probably the best one of the bunch in terms of just giving you everything. So here he is. You have his little mouthpiece, circular, that was just like the original toy. The eyes were colored in red too. And you had the blue of the chest and his legs too. And the cool thing was, just like his original toy, it was articulated there on top of the legs and the arms. And each one of his little missiles could detach and be held in his hand, just like the original toy or in the show, which was a nice touch. I love these. These were really cool, a really nice look into the design of the characters. And I mean, if you could crack open the chest, you really get all the detail of each character, which is kind of a shame because, like, this is how it's supposed to be in its final product, but if you left it open, you really see the innards of the character. So here he is, his whole technical readout. And here he is. I'll just put the wings down so it matches more what we have here. Here's here with his original toy. So there you have it. The Beast Wars Beast Metallic Ramune, or Ramune, excuse me, line. Very weird, very wacky, but a really nice piece of Beast Wars merchandise from that era in Japan. I really, really, really dug how they would do that with the profiles of the characters, and I really, really liked how they had the insides of the robots there, and you could really see all the details on the inside, which is just something that was never really covered in the show or any art books that I've ever picked up from Japan. So it's really nice to have it something in a three-dimensional figure form. So if you could get a chance to pick these up at a convention, or even if you could find them on eBay or online, I heavily suggest you do, because these weren't expensive. I think originally, let's see, what did they retail for? Because sometimes the yen is on these. 350 yen. So they were like $3.50 back in the 90s. But either way, if you could somehow pick these up, or if you're very lucky to find one of the gold versions of any of these characters, I heavily suggest you do. So this is Protoman of Protoretro, and this has been a video review of the Beast Wars Metals Metallic Beast Ramune. I'm going to be at BotCon in a couple of days after this recording, so if you want to come by and say hi, please do. If you're looking for anything, let me know. I'd be glad to help you find something in BotCon, because not much on my shopping list, but I'm pretty sure you guys are probably hunting for something, and so if you need any advice, let me know. Toys are my expertise, and Transformers are my life. So until then, guys, roll out.